Sports once lived inside the box score. Points, rebounds, assists, hits, goals. But now the game has escaped the box. Today, every movement, every sprint, every heartbeat, every millisecond of reaction is captured. Welcome to the age of tracking data. This is where analytics becomes almost cinematic. We don't just see what happened, we see how it happened. For a century, the box score was king. It told you what a player did, not how they did it. A rebound and a contested rebound looked identical. A goal and a tap-in, same value on paper. Coaches needed more context. How fast, how far, how efficient. That's what led to a new revolution, player tracking technology. It started with cameras hanging from arena rafters. Then came RFID, chips in uniforms, GPS pods and shoulder pads, and pressure sensors in shoes. Today, professional teams collect millions of data points per game. Location, velocity, acceleration, even biometric load. Every player movement becomes a data trail, a digital twin of the game. Here's what tracking unlocked. Spatial data, player position times. Time generates movement heat maps. Kinetic data, which is speed, acceleration, deceleration. Load data, which is heart rate, strain, total exertion. And tactical data, which is spacing, reaction time, formation shifts. Well, we've gone from 20 stats per game to 20 million. Coaches now replay not just film, but data film. They can identify inefficiencies in footwork or spacing, quantify fatigue before it becomes injury, design practice drills based on actual movement patterns. Analytics shifted training from how hard did you work to did you work the right way? In soccer, tracking data maps every player's location 10 times per second. Analysts can now visualize defensive compactness, off-ball movement quality, passing lanes, and space creation. Coaches can freeze the field in 3D space and ask, why did that gap appear? Or, who collapsed late? It's chess, played in motion. In the NBA, wearables track jump counts, acceleration bursts, and heart rate recovery. Data scientists flag when exertion spikes beyond thresholds, predicting fatigue, days before injuries appear. The term load management isn't about resting stars, it's about maximizing availability. Analytics doesn't just measure performance, it protects it. With enough data, teams move beyond describing movement. They start forecasting it. Machine learning models predict where players should be next frame, detect off-ball awareness, and even simulate defensive rotations before they occur. This is where sports meets simulation science. All this tracking raises big questions. Who owns the data? The team or the player? What happens when biometrics become contract negotiations? We're witnessing the birth of performance privacy. Analytics gives power, but it also demands responsibility. In episode 6, we'll explore what happens when all this data meets strategy. How teams use algorithms to make real-time decisions under uncertainty. Because when you can measure everything, the challenge isn't collecting data, it's deciding what to trust.